Fairgrounds Coliseum in Columbus, Ohio, Sports Channel presents Tampa Bay Storm Arena Football. Tonight, the Tampa Bay Storm takes on the Columbus Thunderbolts. These are two of the new kids on the block in arena ball. Both are looking for their first wins, and both are looking to make name for themselves in this new league. Hello again, everybody. I'm Al Keck, along with Jerry Johnson. And Jerry, if people have not seen arena ball, you better sit down, buckle up, because you are in for one wild ride.
It's an absolutely incredible evening of football on tap for you tonight. In arena ball, they play 8-on-8, and the players have to play both offense and defense. As the evening unfolds, you'll see how the Tampa Bay Storm likes to platoon what they call the Thunder and Lightning platoons. They can score in a virtual plethora of ways, from the traditional ways the running backs and the quarterbacks throwing the football into the end zone, to the kicker drop kicking the football through these 9 feet wide uprights. And when you see the sidewalls come into play, do not expect these guys to let up. They say that's what the helmet and shoulder pads are for.
And that's also why the fans are here, because there's some wild action. By the way, it should be a quarterback shuffle tonight. As far as the Storm is concerned, the Storm will have former Florida State star Chip Ferguson. He's back after a bad knee. He will share time with Jay Gruden, but when it comes to Columbus, there's a new man running the show for the Thunderbolts.
That would be Milton McGriggs, and he gets his very first professional quarterbacking start here tonight for the Columbus Thunderbolts. McGriggs loves to throw the football, but what will give the Thunderbolts a real added dimension is he loves to run the football. And against a team like the Tampa Bay Storm, that's going to really make the defense sit up and take notice.
It is a big night for offense. It will be Tampa Bay and Columbus live from the Ohio State Fairgrounds. Coming up, we will talk with Storm coach Frank Kersey after this timeout. We're back in Columbus, Ohio, the Ohio State Fairgrounds Coliseum, where Columbus has won the toss and will receive the kickoff. This is a football team that dropped its opener last week to Dallas, 33-12. It's a team that really had trouble getting the offense going. In fact, the offense only provided 1 touchdown. On the other side of the football, you have the Tampa Bay Storm. The Storm had trouble a little bit with the defense, running into a hot Orlando ball club, giving up 51 points in the 51-38 loss. But again, the Storm likes to say 38 points in a loss ain't half bad. Getting ready to kick off now. And back to receive. Keep an eye on this guy. This is Robert Banks, the second best kick returner in arena football. And kicking off will be Paul Hickard. He is from Clearwater, Florida, played at Murray State in Kentucky, and right now he's kind of suffering through a pulled groin. He did not kick all in the latter part of practice last week. Again, in arena ball, you kick off from the goal line, and everything is live. We are underway. High kick. This will go off the screen, off the net. Banks has to take it out. He's at the 5, has some blocking, the 10. He's brought down right around the 13-yard line, and he is tackled by Lynn Bradford. Lynn Bradford, one of the true veterans in this game, won a couple of titles with Detroit, and that is where Columbus will start things off.
Paul Hickard with quite a leg down there. Boomed it all the way up into the net and had to play that off the net, Al.
You saw the offense for Columbus. Again, there's a new quarterback, Milton McGriggs. Man in motion. McGriggs, a quick pass. Finds a man, 20-yard line. Knocked quickly out of bounds. The ball carrier, Steve Griffin.
I think Zach Barnes probably threw the key block down there to strike Griffin and get him down there to about the 23-yard line.
Okay, here's the offense again. The wide receivers, Banks and Missick. You see the lineman, Griffin, another wide receiver, and the key man, of course, the quarterback, Milton McGriggs. The running back is Dwayne Crenshaw. Last week, he ran for 23 yards, which was one of the top efforts on opening night. First down, just behind midfield. McGriggs trying to go to the air again. He's quick. He's going over the middle, and we will have a pass interference penalty.
It's going to happen down right about the 8-yard line, and that's going to put the Thunderbolts in an awfully good position down there. Believe it was offensive pass, or rather defensive pass interference against the Storm.
Pass interference against Perkins. So that will give Columbus a golden opportunity. Again, they mark from the ball.
Defensive pass interference, number 26. Automatic first down, 8-yard penalty.
Now, again, that's an 8-yard penalty as opposed to a 15-yard penalty in other types of football. So Columbus will get the ball at the 19-yard line. First down and 10. Just underway here in Columbus. The Storm and the Thunderbolts. That's Columbus going to the run. That's Dwayne Crenshaw. Again, he had a big night on opening night, 23 yards, and he gets a big hunk of change here on his first carry. Here's a look now at the defense of the Tampa Bay Storm. Perkins, Willis, Gizzi, Bennett, Wright, Zeno, Guidry, and Bradford. Again, most of these players go both ways. They're at the 13. The fake. And McGriggs is brought down just near the 12-yard line.
Reed Bennett made the initial contact on that tackle. He couldn't quite get the guy down, and it used some leg power to get him over there about the 11-yard line.
That'll set up our first third down situation. 3rd and 2 now for Columbus. Opening drive of the ball game. The Thunderbolts and the Tampa Bay Storm. Griffin in motion. McGriggs, a quick pass, finds a man, and he has it up for the first down. Darryl Garr, the wide receiver, and he is slammed into the boards. Now remember, the boards come into play in this ball game.
That's the first time we've gotten to see some contact with the boards, and they're having to make some little reparations on them down there after Lynn Bradford slammed him into those walls.
So Columbus, a team that really had trouble moving the football 1 week ago in the opener, is now moving the ball very well on Tampa Bay on the opening drive.
And that's what Fran Kersey said he had to watch was his defense.
First down from the 6. First down and goal. The run. Very close to the goal line. That is Dwayne Crenshaw once again. Crenshaw has been a bruising running back so far in this game, Jerry.
I think the fact that Robert Banks kind of swept around there to the left maybe confused the Storm just a little bit. They thought the play was going that way, and then he took it off to the right that way and got it all the way to the 1.
He's a big guy, very strong, and he's very hard to bring down. And you would imagine in this situation, they may go to Crenshaw again. Very short. 1 yard to go for the touchdown. And once again, it is Crenshaw, and this is a touchdown.
Dwayne Crenshaw just rumbling over Zach Barnes down there through an enormous hole. He could have just driven a freight train through that one down there. Now we'll just have to wait and see what they're going to do. Are they going to go for 2? What are they going to do with this, Al?
Well, they're going to go for the point after, but again, you're kicking to a target that is extremely small, half the size of a pro goalpost, and it's 5 feet higher. Franz with the kick is up and no good. Now that normally on a kickoff would be a live ball. On a kickoff for a field goal, that would be a live ball. So the Tampa Bay Storm suddenly finds itself down by a score of 6-0. The Storm will get the ball right after this.
Let's go, Thunderbolts!
You really need the quickness, and this is a place for really the young, the little athlete. The pure athlete really has a place in this game.
Have to have a little craziness in your head, too, to play this game.
Matt Franz will kick off now again from the goal line for Columbus. This is a little short. It's off the screen, and that's a live football. Gets away from the Storm, but Perkins is able to pull the ball down, and Tampa Bay will take over at the 10-yard line because of troubles by the receivers, not necessarily the quarterback. They're at the 22. First down for the Tampa Bay Storm. Flag down. Free one here for Tampa Bay. Gruden finds his man inside the 15-yard line. Let's see if they'll take the penalty.
Looked like 2 of the 3 down linemen for the Thunderbolts were just completely off sides. I don't know if Jay Gruden may have said something to draw them off sides. Anyway, there's yellow flags all over the place. And here comes the Thunderbolts platoon squad in.
It is a legal procedure. And, of course, now they're talking to the captain, Tom Goodhines, about exactly what they want to do. They will decline the penalty.
Illegal defense against the defense is declined. Offside against the defense is declined. It'll be first down.
I wonder if Tampa Bay would like to save one of those. You know, you get a chip, you get 2 penalties, you get to save one for later in the game.
Sure would be nice, but that did put them in awful good field position right here.
At the 14-yard line, 2nd down and 1 for Tampa Bay. The draw play, Bradford gets hit right away. He's brought down by Andrew Marlott.
Bradford had absolutely no place to go on that one. Marlott had his number all the way. Bradford set an Arena Bowl record with 46 yards rushing and when he was playing for the Detroit Drive during their championship win back in 1989. He is one fine football player.
So he literally gains nothing. This sets up 3rd down and 1. You could see that Bradford really never had a chance. Gruden scrambling. He has the 1st down, gets over the 10-yard line, and he is crunched. Byron Lee on the tackle. So Gruden gets away from pressure, does a great job of ad-libbing, and he gets the 1st down.
Tony Missick chasing him all over the place, but Jay Gruden with those big, quick legs and got the Storm down to where they can pick up some points.
So the Storm comes right back, trailing 6-0. It has driven the length of the field and is now at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal from there. Gruden fakes a pass. Gruden looking for somebody, throws it over the middle, finds a man, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Darren Willis was all by himself in the end zone, down on his knees, and Jay Gruden couldn't have put it any finer, right on his numbers.
And we have a flag on the other side of the field. It appears there is a late hit on Jay Gruden on the other side of the field, but here's a look at the touchdown. What a play by Gruden.
Just drilled the ball right into the hands of Darren Willis, kneeling right on the inside of the end zone. A fine play. And we've got a tie score at 6-6, and now the Tampa Bay Storm going to try for that extra point.
Paul Hickard in to attempt the PAT. He was 3 of 4 last week. Kick is up and good. Also have flags down on the play. So hold on.
I haven't seen so much laundry since I looked in my closet last, Al.
Illegal defense. Gets the defense. Penalties decline. Point is good.
So the Tampa Bay Storm has an answer for the opening score by the Columbus Thunderbolts. The Storm leads it by a score of 7-6. We'll have more in the 1st quarter coming up in just a moment. The Storm with the 7-6 lead. Banks back to receive. Again, one of the better kick returners in the league. High kick. Deep. This goes through the end zone, so Columbus will get the ball at the 5-yard line pending the penalty.
Kind of almost too bad that you can't get some points for a kickoff through the uprights like that, because Paul Hickard certainly has the leg to do it.
You know, you are talking a long kick. You're talking a kick in the neighborhood there of 55 yards.
But Paul Hickard, a fine kicker. He's an engineer by trade, but he took some time off, said he was bored with his engineering job, and decided he wanted to come back out and play some more football.
And that's the way a lot of these players feel. They want to get another shot at pro football. A lot of them really enjoy the lure. There's an allure to this game, and they come back and play. 1st down from the 3-yard line for Columbus. McGriggs at quarterback. Quick look. Finds a man, and he can't hold on. That's Keith Mullen.
You want to hold on to one of those footballs. They're not going to come your way like that very often, and you might give the Storm defense some good credit because they were definitely back in there giving Milton McGriggs some pressures. The last scoring summary here, an 8-yard reception by Willis. It took 37 yards in 8 plays, and only took them 3 minutes, 29 seconds, and that's about a minute and a half quicker than the Thunderbolts were able to score.
So it's now 2nd down and 10. McGriggs in his own end zone has a man at the 10-yard line, but this time it's McGriggs that comes up short.
Bo Wright was playing his linebacker spot there and almost got him a sack down there by McGriggs in the end zone. In fact, knocked McGriggs on his keister right there after he delivered the football, and of course it was incomplete. You know, that's one thing they talk about the quarterbacks in this league. They say the quarterbacks take a pounding. They may not get sacked, but they get bumped around a lot. 3rd down and 10 for Columbus. Again, at the 3-yard line. McGriggs under pressure, has a man, and he's very close to a 1st down. completely confused the Storm by that one. He found himself wide open over there on that far sideline, and I don't think quite know what to do. He said, hey, there's nobody around me. We're going to see it again as McGriggs unloads here, finds him. He's, hey, look, there's nobody here. I'm going to run for a ways, and gets up there before he finally gets put out of bounds, up about the 15-yard line. Well, I think he stepped out of bounds
That's
earlier.
right. If you saw, his left foot stepped right on the line, so they did not get the first down. Fourth down, and now they're trying a very long field goal. Remember, there is no punting in this league, so France will try to kick what is very close to a 50-yard field goal. This kick will be off. No, it'll be short, go into the stand, so that'll be a touchback for Tampa Bay. And so the Storm, the defense holds.
I wonder how much this big scoreboard hanging in the middle of the room affects the kicker's concentration, because it's low enough that if you kick a field goal that long, that the kicker might say to himself, hey, you know, one wrong move, I might hit this thing.
We have a break on the field. We'll be back with more of the Storm and Columbus. The Storm up by 1.
Storm take it at the, where are they, Al? The 18.
They're at the 18, 1st and 10. Chip Ferguson again. Little dump pass out there for Mays. Mays has to dive for it. Now with 23 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Tampa Bay with the 7-6 lead.
Well, a little ground, they say, is better than no ground at all. Pickup of about a yard, and it'll be second down for the Storm. Interesting thing about arena football, they don't stop the clock much. It's a very quick game.
No stoppage after incompletes, and we have the end of the first period. So the Tampa Bay Storm takes advantage of an opening drive score. The Storm leads by a score of 7-6. More live from Columbus on Sports Channel in a moment. Productions in Tampa.
It's the Lightning team out there. Chip Ferguson complete down to the, and that's Darren Willis has it, and he's in for a touchdown.
What a play by Chip Ferguson, immediately hitting Darren Willis. Willis loses a man and cuts it downfield for the touchdown, and the Storm has added to its lead.
My mistake, Al, that was Jay Gruden. It's the Thunder offense, not the Lightning offense. Jay Gruden, we're going to take a look at this. Jay Gruden with a beautiful pass, and Darren Willis picks it off right here, makes a cool move, has to put his hand down on the turf and slip by that one.
And the point after, that is Paul Hickard, so he is 2 for 2. And the Tampa Bay Storm has struck quickly. The Storm now leads it by a score of 14-6. We'll have more from Columbus in a moment. So Tampa Bay on top by a score of 14-6 on that long touchdown pass, 41 yards. Jay Gruden to Willis. Willis with his second score of the evening. Getting ready to kick off now for Tampa Bay is Paul Hickard. Columbus had trouble scoring and moving the football 1 week ago, and they drove down and scored on their opening drive, but has really had trouble the last 2 times the Thunderbolts had the football. Hickard ready to kick off. This is very high, nearly hits the ceiling, high off the screen. Banks picks it up inside the end zone, and he has literally no room. He's popped down by Paul Gizzi.
Paul Gizzi down there, and Adrian Wright as well. Paul Gizzi, they call him the Gizmeister, kind of an interesting character. When he gets finished playing arena football, he claims this might be his last year. He's going to go to medical school.
World Basketball League action continues on Sports Channel tonight at 10 o'clock. Yugoslavia takes on Memphis. Next Saturday at 11 o'clock, it'll be Canada and Youngstown right here on Sports Channel. First down at the 5-yard line for Columbus. Columbus now trailing 14-6 early in the second. Mixed up play, and Paul Gizzi nearly puts Milton McGriggs into the end zone.
Somebody on the Thunderbolts offensive line missed a block, and Paul Gizzi was right there, busted in there, and wrapped up McGriggs and dropped him just about, well, he almost had him a sack in the end zone, but he dropped him just a shade inside the 2-yard line.
McGriggs is starting quarterback this week for Columbus. He's taking over for Brian Brock. Brock was the starter 1 week ago, broke a thumb in the loss to Dallas. So McGriggs is taking over. Second and very long from the 2-yard line. McGriggs has protection, finds a man wide open at the 15-yard line, just inside the 15. That's Steve Griffin.
Gizzy almost had him again back there, but he got loose and threw the football out there. And I actually think that Mark Zeno may have just blown his coverage just a little bit, just a couple of steps behind his man, and the result is a first down out here at about the 15-yard line. We'll take a look at it. Here's McGriggs back to throw the football. And a nice catch all by his little lonesome over there. Tries to cut upfield and gets taken out of bounds at the 14.
They're saying he's short of the first down. 3rd and 2. McGriggs on the short drop finds a man, and he should have the first down, but this could be close.
And Kevin Guidry just really popped him down there about the 15-yard line, and I think that is going to be a first down for the Thunderbolts.
That's Tony Missick. McGriggs is 6 for 8 so far in the passing department. So first down for Columbus. Columbus trailing 14-6 midway through the second period. He's under pressure again, gets it away. They're not calling it a sack, or are they? They're saying that he was down.
There was a whole host of Tampa Bay Storm players over there. Tom Gizzy was there.
Bradford was there.
Adrian Wright was down there. And they dropped McGriggs all the way back to the 7-yard line. Let's check it out. Watch these guys come. That would be a horrible sight to look up and see all those guys coming down on you as a quarterback.
Now, Gizzy is a med student. You wouldn't think he was acting like a doctor, like a man of goodwill in that situation there. He was looking to put a hurt on somebody.
Well, you have to know what's wrong with somebody before you can fix them, and I guess he's just practicing for that.
We have a timeout on the field. Columbus continues to trail Tampa Bay by a score of 14-6. We'll have more in the second period in a moment. Only on Sports Channel, home of your home teams. Second and very long now for Columbus. On the carry, Dwayne Crenshaw. He had the touchdown earlier in this ball game, but he's brought down very quickly by Mark Zeno. And that sets up 3rd down and about 4.
Milt McGriggs just pitched it out to him on the left, and not a whole lot of yards, but as we said a while ago, a little dirt's better than none at all, and he's out there to about the 12-yard line, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Columbus so far so-so when it comes to 3rd down situations tonight. 3rd down play for Columbus. McGriggs again under pressure. He fumbles the football. Picked up by Zeno. He's brought down at the 5-yard line. Tampa Bay ball.
It was Lynn Bradford who got back there and stripped McGriggs of the football. Just reached a big old hand around there. Kind of his arms into him and caused the football to bounce up there. And it was Mark Zeno, I believe, who picked it up. Here, let's take a look at it. There's McGriggs back, and look at Lynn Bradford with his left hand and his right hand. He knocks the ball out of his hand. Here's Zeno, comes in and scoops up the football, and now the Storm has a brilliant opportunity to take it in for another touchdown. They will take it at the 6-yard line.
The Storm already leads by a score of 14-6. Good play as far as defense is concerned all the way around. You can see Zeno right there ready to pick up the ball and move it forward. Chip Ferguson, once again a quarterback now for the Storm. This at the 6-yard line. Ferguson looking over the middle, goes up high and deep. He was looking for Jeff Mays, and it's incomplete.
I think he was aiming for that guy on the front row with the white hat down there.
Well, remember, if he throws it off the screen, off the netting, or even off the boards down there, it's a live ball.
That's one of the real unique things about this fabulous game of arena football. The football is live virtually any place you throw the thing.
Now, if you're Tampa Bay, you want to cash in on this opportunity right now. 2nd down, goal to go from the 6. Ferguson, again, excellent protection. Looking for a man over the middle. Nearly has Brad Caleb down there, but once again, it's incomplete.
Keith Mullen was all over Brad Caleb down there and got up and told him so after that play was over with. It'll bring up a 3rd down situation. We'll check it out again. Here's Chip Ferguson. Oh, and the football right on his fingertips. Almost a catchable football. If he'd have had maybe a quarter of a step, might have been a touchdown.
coming right at you there in the living room. In fact, you probably caught it right there on the sofa. You're ready there for the dive. You made the catch.
Don't you like those uniforms?
They stick out, don't they?
It's a blur when they run by.
Third down and goal from the 6. The Tampa Bay Storm. Ferguson in trouble. Throws it up over the middle. Intercepted by Columbus.
It was Ricky Newman who came barreling down on Chip Ferguson. He caused him to hurry up and throw the football a little bit higher than he actually wanted to. And it's an interception in the end zone, so that cost the Storm a scoring opportunity. Well, let's take another look at it. You can see him. Ferguson throws the ball up a little bit too high. And it's Steve Griffin who picks it off in the end zone. Brad Caleb was there trying to get it, but it's now going to be the Thunderbolts football, and they will start on the 5-yard line.
So the Thunderbolts have been backed up in their own territory throughout the evening. And once again, they start off at the 5, as Jerry said, but a missed opportunity by the Tampa Bay Storm and Chip Ferguson. First down from the 5. McGriggs, once again under pressure. He goes deep, has a man looking for Banks, and he overthrows him. That is one dangerous wide receiver. Robert Banks had 2 catches 1 week ago, but he's an excellent return man and probably one of the fastest men on the field tonight.
I would think that Fran Kersey has to be a little bit pleased about his defense at the moment. They're playing very well. It was Bo Wright who got back there and forced a little bit of pressure on him. A week ago, that was the one thing that the Storm did not do, and that was to force the quarterback to throw the football in a hurry. They need to get more pressure on these guys. That's how come the Thunderbolts have been backed up all night long.
Orlando with unbelievable speed 1 week ago with touchdown passes of 40, 36, 21, and 20 yards. Second down and long from the 5. Once again for Columbus, the pitch, and a beautiful tackle coming up, making the play, Dan Tarabrella.
That didn't fool him a bit. You could see the Storm begin to shift over to the right side as the signals were being called. And here's one more look at it. McGriggs with the pitch out, and Tarabella is right there with the shoestring tackle and takes him down for a couple of yard loss. It'll be second down at the 3-yard line for the Thunderbolts.
Tarabrella really fought off the blocker, just shoved him aside and went and made the play. Once again, third down, very long for Columbus at the 3-yard line. McGriggs out of his own end zone, gets it away, and a big tackle on the completion. The tackle over there by Tony Perkins. Very little gain, and Tampa Bay will get the ball back.
It was Tony Missick who pulled the pass down, but if we can take a look at this one more time, look at the vicious hit, and we could almost see it there, but there was a vicious hit that McGriggs took down there in the end zone, and as you were saying a while ago, Al, the quarterbacks do take a brutal beating in this football game.
So spotting the ball now at the 3-yard line. Franz will try yet another field goal. 0 for 2 already tonight. He is 0 for 5 on the season. When you're trying them for this long, you can understand why. Franz, this is very short, and the Storm will get a chance for a big return. This is Caleb. He's at the 15, the 20, very near midfield before he's knocked out of bounds by a quarterback. Ken Lutz comes up and makes the big hit.
Wasn't afraid of him at all. Put his helmet right down on him and just challenged him. And he said, well, maybe better to go out of bounds than anything else. Here's the run. Brad Caleb picking him up and putting him down. Takes off up the right sideline. Actually kind of tripped over his own feet right there. He may have picked up a couple of more yards. The Storm will start on their own 23-yard line.
Very close to midfield. Chip Ferguson still the quarterback now for Tampa Bay. Ferguson looking over the middle. We have a flag down. Brad Caleb, the intended receiver, and Ray Purrier there on the coverage.
Can't talk enough about how well the offensive line is protecting their quarterbacks tonight. We have illegal procedure against the Thunderbolts.
So that will put the ball over midfield.
Number 85, Columbus. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's an illegal defense. In arena football, you can't move until they start to... only one guy over there can blitz and rush the passer, and it was the wrong guy who was doing it that time, and that got him a penalty.
The Storm just over midfield. The draw play to Bo Wright. Very little running room. He's brought down by Byron Lee. In fact, he may have lost a yard.
Well, he certainly didn't gain anything. Byron Lee was right there, kind of a crowd of Thunderbolts around that action. Here's a quick look at it. the handoff, and oh, he's right there. Gets a little bit of help from his buddy Byron Lee, and the Storm will take the ball at their Thunderbolts 23.
Loss of 2. That is second down now and 12. Ferguson, good protection. Going deep, has a man off his fingertips. That is Jeff Mays. He had the ball right there. Beautiful pass by Ferguson, but Mays could not come down with it. I think he heard footsteps, and I think he saw the wall and some cheerleaders coming up.
Exactly what he did. Let's take a look at it. Here's a beautiful pass. It's long enough, it's deep enough, and he's beat his man just enough, but he took his eyes off the football. You can see that right there. Wanted to know where all those cheerleaders were. Didn't want to hurt anybody, and it may have cost the Storm a touchdown.
So could that be yet another missed opportunity for the Tampa Bay Storm? Remember, they had a fumble recovery at the 6-yard line, couldn't score. Ferguson now on third and very long. He's under pressure, can't get away, and he's brought down. Andrew
Marlott, who got in there and dropped Chip Ferguson for a big loss. It's going to bring up a 4th down play, and we're going to get to see what kind of leg Paul Hickard has kicking around this scoreboard and see if he can maybe kick a field goal. It's going to be a long one.
Okay, now you are Chip Ferguson, and you have to try to get away from this ferocious rush. Not much there, not much room at all, and remember, Ferguson is nursing a sore knee. So Paul Hickard will have the ball spotted at the 12-yard line. This will be a long one. The kick is partially blocked. The Thunderbolts take over at the 20-yard line. He could go a ways. He will score. That's Marvin Bowman on the score.
An absolutely incredible play. It was Tom Crumrine who got the whole thing started. Paul Hickard trying to kick the long field goal. Tom Crumrine got a great big hand on it. From there, it was Marvin Bowman who managed to pick the football off and hustle all the way back for what appears to be a Thunderbolt touchdown, but there is a flag on the play.
You said the key word there, appears. A flag on the play, and Hickard may get another opportunity at kicking this again.
And from the sound of the crowd, they're going to call that touchdown back. Let's watch this one more time.
5-yard penalty, holding, 69, return team.
It's a holding penalty against Tom Crumrine, the guy who got a hand on the football, and that's going to cost the Thunderbolts dearly. They're going to bring the ball back out almost to midfield, but it was a brilliant effort by Marvin Bowman. He took it all the way for what looked like a touchdown.
There's the man that was called on the holding penalty. But again, the ball will go to Columbus, and Columbus will have the ball just over midfield. The 24-yard line of Tampa Bay. Milton McGriggs going into the huddle. Trailing 14-6 now with 3:15 left to go before halftime. 1st and 10 for Columbus. A lot of switching going on down there. Bowman in motion. The pitch. Some steam. Gets up to the 15-yard line, and he is belted into the boards.
That's Marvin Bowman again.
Mark Zeno on the hit. And he just crushed his man. Remember, Bowman was the man to score just moments ago. He's got to be a little tired. He gets a call once again, and watch this hit.
This is what arena football is all about, folks. Up against the wall, and just take that. This is called in-your-face football. Probably 4 feet from the fans, and I think they had some of the fans running up the steps to get away.
That sets up a 2nd and very short. 2nd and 1 now for Columbus at the 15-yard line. 2:20 left to go here before halftime. The pitch the other way. This was the same play. Bowman again. He gets the first down. He's knocked out right around the 12-yard line.
Reed Bennett had a shot at him back there, but Bowman managed to slip right through his fingers and get over there so that Lynn Bradford could lay a shot on him and put him into the wall on the other side of the arena football field. Thunderbolts beginning to get a little bit closer to what they'd like to call pay dirt down here. They have had a lot of problems scoring today. They only have 6 points.
And they've had problems scoring all season long. Only 12 points last week in the loss to Dallas. And again, only one of those touchdowns came from the offense. McGriggs decides to run the ball himself. He's got room at the 5, and he's knocked out there by Brad Caleb.
McGrath backed up, took the snap, did a little dance, and just took off down the field. Here he is. Look at him. Going to go to his left. Says, I see a big hole. I'm just going to take off and run for this one.
McGrath was known as a running quarterback at Fort Hays College.
He does like to run, and that will give the Thunderbolts a new dimension here, so they're going to have to pay real good attention tonight. The Storm will.
Second down from the 5-yard line. The pitch. And the Storm does a great job of stringing things out. 1 yard at best by Byron Lee.
This is 8-on-8 football, and if you could count them over there, there were 8 Tampa Bay Storm players on that football. All of them took him into the wall. Let's check it out from the snap. McGrath with the pitch out to Byron Lee, and here they come. It's Reed Bennett who makes the initial tackle, and everybody says, I want a piece of him.
Bennett did a great job of fighting off his man, once again getting rid of him and going after the ball carrier.
Just a minute to go here in the second quarter. And that's when they start stopping the clock, when there's a minute to go in the quarters.
They have what you call a 1-minute warning in the first half and at the end of the ball game, or towards the end of the ball game, or regulation anyway. Tampa Bay has that 14-6 lead. Columbus looking for the tie. There may never again be a night like June 22nd when Tampa Bay Storm gives away $15,000. That's right, $15,000. If you have a mortgage, an apartment lease, or an outstanding credit card debt, June 22nd may be your answer to your problems, because on that night, one lucky fan will go home with their next $15,000 worth of bills paid. The Tampa Bay Storm going to lasso the Dallas Texans on June 22nd, the Florida Suncoast Dome. You may go home with $15,000 worth of bills paid, so you might want to be there. In fact, it's a very interesting promotion. The players heard about this promotion. They wanted to buy tickets for this thing. They say, we got bills too. We'd like a piece of that $15,000 in coin. That should be a fun promotion.
1 minute to play here in the second quarter. The Tampa Bay Storm leading the Columbus Thunderbolts 14-6. Columbus in prime position to score, well, on the 3-yard line. 3rd and 1 at the 3 for Columbus. That's Keith Mullen in motion. The fake, McGrath very near the goal line, but he did not get in. The question now, did he get the first down? Adrian Wright came in and drove him out of bounds, saved the touchdown, but it gets him right down to about the 1-yard line. It's actually inside the 1-yard line, and it looks like they're flipping a number 1 over on the sidelines. So I think that's going to give the Thunderbolts a first down. It is a first down at the 1-yard line. McGrath, of course, again, that running quarterback, gets a first down there for Columbus. 14-6. Tampa Bay on the lead. Remember, there's the man, Bowman, that picked up the missed field goal attempt and took it in for the score, only to have it called back because of a holding penalty. And then touchdown back right here. It'll be interesting to see if the Thunderbolts can score a touchdown. Will they just kick 1 extra point, or will they go for 2? Because you can score a variety of ways in this game. The broadcast rights to tonight's telecast have been granted to Sports Channel Florida by the Tampa Bay Storm solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this program without the express written consent of Sports Channel Florida is prohibited. First down, goal to go at the 1. 49 seconds left to go here before halftime. The Thunderbolts looking to inch closer to Tampa Bay, down 14-6. McGrath at quarterback for the Thunderbolts. Mullen in motion. McGrath tries to hand off the lead. Nothing there. He decides to try to salvage something, and Bo Wright is right there to pull him down. Make that Bradford. Bradford is right there to tackle him. Lynn Bradford. Adrian Wright and Tom Gizzi also squeeze themselves in there. If we can take a quick look. Excellent defense. Oh, there you go. By Tampa Bay. Lynn Bradford patting Mr. McGrath on the hind end, saying, nice try, fella. Give it one more shot. They lose ground. Second down. Goal to go from just outside the 1-yard line now with 13 seconds left to go in the first half. And Columbus wants a timeout.
Dave Wyndham wants to talk to his quarterback about this situation, and rightfully so. You've got 13 seconds left to go before halftime, a chance conceivably to tie the game at 14. You don't want to let this opportunity slip by. You want to get the touchdown. You don't want a field goal down here.
And converse to that, we've got Fran Kersey and John Fonts, the defensive coordinator for the Storm, having a little powwow with the Storm defense. They want very badly to try to keep the Thunderbolts out of the end zone. They would dearly love to go into halftime with a 14-6 lead.
Remember, on the opening drive of this ball game, Columbus drove down the field and had a similar situation at the 1-yard line, handed the ball to Dwayne Crenshaw. He pounded in for the score, but it looks like Crenshaw is on the bench in this situation. He is not on the field. It'll be Byron Lee at running back.
I almost think you can look for McGriggs maybe to keep it, do a little stutter step, and try to take it in himself right here.
May want to try just the simple old quarterback sneak, although that may be a little far away. Here we go. Second down, 13 seconds left to go. We have a whistle before the ball's even snapped.
Ball kind of fumbled in the snap there, and McGriggs just grabbed hold of it and tried to turn it into a little something, but there is some confusion down there on the football field.
If you're Tampa Bay, you'd like nothing more than for this to be against Columbus.
Please reset the game clock to 14 seconds, please. 14 seconds.
So it looks like they're just going to start things over from there. Frank Kersey, looking at the situation, he's wondering, he said, hey, why are you giving them 3 more seconds? It appears they're just going to give, say, overs. Overs. That's overs. You have overs in arena football sometimes. You do.
Well, they have everything else. You might as well have an over once in a while.
They may have been ready to go, or may have tried to get things going before the officials were ready. 14 seconds left to go before halftime. 14-6. Columbus looking for possibly the tying score. McGriggs looks for the handoff. Once again, nothing there. Fumble in the end zone. Let's see who has it. Tampa Bay says it has the football, but was McGriggs down? The question is, was McGriggs down before the fumble?
I think he had a knee down just about the half-yard marker. Let's take a look at it right here. Here's McGriggs. Going to take the football himself, tried to pitch it, but couldn't do that. So he says, I'll take it myself. And we never see his knee get down, but I think that must have been what it was.
In the meantime, Columbus tried to start another play, immediately down the football, now with 2 seconds left to go. Now they're arguing. They're saying, make that the half is over. So a little bit of confusion here before halftime, and Dave Wyndham is livid. Meanwhile, Frank Kersey has to feel like he's living right because he gets out of this with a 14-6 lead. We're at halftime here in Columbus. The Storm has an 8-point lead. We'll have our halftime show in a moment. Giving up the one score that was on the ground. Getting ready to kick off now for Columbus is Matt Franz. Again, you kick off from the end zone in arena football, and the ball is live wherever it goes. Brad Caleb back to receive for Tampa Bay. This goes deep and hits the bar. Loose football, and it's recovered by Columbus.
I think that might be Dwayne Crenshaw who scooped that football up. No, it's Terry Brown who kind of slid underneath everybody, scooped up the football, and the Thunderbolts are going to open this third quarter with incredible field range. They are going to be on the 2-yard line with a beautiful chance to score some points.
Now watch this wild bounce. You see, that hits off the bar, did not hit off the screen, so it takes a funny bounce. Columbus quickly on the football, and Columbus will have the ball at the 3-yard line. First and goal from there. The pitch. And Tampa Bay is ready. Dwayne Crenshaw, who had the touchdown early in the ball game, cannot get into the end zone. You name it, he's down there for Tampa Bay.
Tracy Perkins on the initial hit over there and kept him out of the end zone as a whole host of Storm players swarmed around McGriggs and stopped him at the 1.
Dave Wyndham talking to his quarterback, Milton McGriggs. Again, this team has had trouble running the football in. Remember the end of the second half when Columbus could not get it in. What will they do? Will they try a bootleg here and maybe try to put the ball up in the air? Second and goal from the 1-yard line. McGriggs keeps it himself. He gets in.
Touchdown Thunderbolts, Ricky Newman and John Dixon on key blocks on the right side as Milton McGriggs ambles on in on the keeper and pulls his Thunderbolt team within a pair of points. And let's take a look at it.
On the fake, McGriggs puts it in, and they're talking over there on the sidelines. Jerry, you mentioned it towards the end of the first half. They're going to go for 2 here and the tie. Not a bad call when you consider that a field goal could put them up if in case they do not score here. Now they mark it at the 5. Columbus going for 2. McGriggs fakes on the pitch. He's in trouble, throws it off the screen, incomplete. Meanwhile, we have a flag down.
Lynn Bradford again, we keep calling his name in the linebacking spot, and came back and really got McGriggs with some pressure, forced him to overthrow the football off the screen, and so the Thunderbolts will have to settle for just the 6 that they got off the touchdown, and the Storm still lead it 14-12.
Once again, holding, this time on Columbus, and Tampa Bay declines. So Tampa Bay will keep the lead, 14-12 here very early in the second half. Of course, Columbus was handed a big opportunity. And believe me, these guys are ready for action. While we're away, Brad Caleb takes the kickoff, and watch what happens here. Remember before, it went off the railing and gave him a crazy bounce. But watch Caleb. He has some room, he has some speed, and he takes it deep into Columbus territory. Now at the 8-yard line, first and goal from there. Bradford on the run. He gets it over the 5-yard line. So the Storm looking to respond to that last Columbus touchdown.
Beautiful moves by Brad Caleb, and as a matter of fact, if it hadn't been for Matt France, who tripped him up down there at the 7-yard line, that would have been a Storm touchdown.
Gain of 3 yards on the play, second and goal from the 5. Jay Gruden at quarterback for Tampa Bay. The pitch, once again, it's Bradford. He's got it in there for the touchdown. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Adrian Wright rolled to his left and threw a key block that sprung Bradford loose, and he gets the 3rd touchdown of the night for the Tampa Bay Storm, and they take a 20-12 lead.
We're at the 5-yard line. Watch what happens here. The pitch back to Bradford, who carried the ball only moments ago, and he gets some great blocking at the goal line. He gets it in for the score, and Paul Hickard will try to make it 2 for 2 now on point after tries. The snap is up. It's good. So Tampa Bay counters that Columbus touchdown and comes back thanks to a long kickoff return by Brad Caleb. Puts him inside the 15-yard line, and from there the Tampa Bay Storm takes it in for the score for the 21-12 lead. Dave Wyndham very upset because all of a sudden things are taken away from him, and he's very frustrated over there on the sidelines.
The tide can turn just that quickly in arena ball. It's a quick game, and they go from being only 2 points down to trailing 21-12, a 9-point difference with 11:34 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Little Caesars is proud to be a sponsor for the Tampa Bay Storm. Discount coupons for all Tampa Bay Storm games are available at all Tampa Bay area Little Caesars. Be sure and join us on July 13th when we host the Denver Dynamite. Little Caesars will be a special sponsor, and the fans will be invited to take pictures with their favorite players and cheerleaders. That'll be on the 22nd. 21-12. The Tampa Bay Storm leading the Columbus Thunderbolts in Columbus. Very loud crowd tonight, Jerry.
A very loud crowd. There's not as many of them as I think they would have liked to have seen in this 5,200-seat arena, but they are incredibly loud as they love their arena ball here in Columbus.
Back to receive. Robert Banks, again, a very dangerous return man. Paul Hickard kicks off for Tampa Bay from the goal line, and he has booted this deep. Midway up the screen. Banks takes it inside the end zone. He has a man in front of him. He has some speed. Belin Bradford and Mark Zeno are right there to take him down at the 17-yard line.
That's called a Bradford-Zeno sandwich, as they sandwiched the poor man right in between them. But he did get some good yardage as he takes it down to the 17-yard line, and the Thunderbolts will take over.
It isn't bad field position here for Columbus. Remember, there in the early part of the ball game, Columbus was backed up deep in its own territory, really couldn't do anything. So this sets up third down in very shorts.
Face mask, defense, 3-yard penalty, replay third down.
So they called the early face mask, the first face mask of the two. 3rd and 1 now for Columbus. McGriggs has trouble on the snap. Has protection, decides to take off. He gets to the 20 and he's pulled down there. Jeff Mays on the tackle, but not before Milton McGriggs gets a first down.
McGriggs thought he was off to the races there, and if Jeff Mays hadn't hung on for dear life, he would have had us a big trouble. Here's McGriggs. Says, I can't find anybody to throw to. Let's just run down the field. Now watch this tackle, holding on for dear life, saying you can't go any farther than that. But they get inside the 20-yard line.
There was a lot of green in front of him if he could have continued. Columbus now with first down at the 17-yard line of Tampa Bay. McGriggs to the air again, finds a man wide open. We have a flag down away from the play.
I think that might be a little offensive holding down there. I'm not exactly sure, but that might be what the call is.
The pass complete to Steve Griffin, but away from the football, and I mean completely on the other side of the field, we have a holding call. Jerry, you nailed it. And so that'll bring the ball back for Columbus. And if you're Dave Wenham, you have to be extremely frustrated. So this sets up another 3rd and long play for the Columbus Thunderbolts. 3rd and 15 at the 22. McGriggs under pressure, finds a man at the 10. He's knocked out of bounds. That is Steve Griffin on the play, and that is enough for a first down.
Good pressure by the Storm defense. Got to McGriggs just about the time he released the football, but it was a beautiful catch. Here we go. Let's look at it again. Gets hit just as he releases the ball, but again, it's Steve Griffin who makes the nice catch and gets all the way down to the 8-yard line before he's run out of bounds.
And once again, let's give McGriggs credit because he hung in there under a ferocious rush by Tampa Bay, was hit, still hit his man coming out over the middle, and now Columbus wants a timeout. We have a timeout on the floor, and Tampa Bay has a 21-12 lead in Columbus. More in a moment. World Basketball League action continues on Sports Channel tonight at 10 o'clock. Yugoslavia at Memphis. Next Saturday at 11 p.m. Canada at Youngstown. Right here on Sports Channel. We have an excellent arena ball game tonight here in Columbus. For the Tampa Bay Storm, leads by a score of 21-12. And, Jerry, it's a situation that every time Columbus has made a run, Tampa Bay has come right back and answered.
They certainly have, and I think you really have to credit Tampa's defense with that. John Fonts has done a super job preparing these guys because they realized that they got beat too badly last week, and he's really got them ready to go out here this week.
This is a team that gave up 51 points to Orlando 1 week ago at home and is ready to go tonight on the road. The Storm left early this morning, had a 7:40 flight for Columbus, has been on the road all day long, but is playing very well, very fresh. 4th down at the 8-yard line. The handoff, Crenshaw, and he may have the first down.
Jeff Mays was right there to try to stop him, though, and he do. It's a first down for the Thunderbolts just inside the 6-yard line.
That is a crucial 4th down call for the Columbus. And the Thunderbolts get the first down. Ball marked now at the 6-yard line. Dave Wenham talking to his quarterback. Milton McGriggs has 1 touchdown tonight. In fact, both of the Columbus scores have come on the ground. There's the man that has the other score, Crenshaw. Carried for 15 yards. Believe me, yards come tough on the ground in this game. First down from the 6. First and goal, in fact. The handoff to Crenshaw. He finds it inside the 5, down near the 3. On the tackle, Carl Watts for Tampa Bay.
Kind of tough to run on the inside when you get down real close. Instead, if they could get out there and spread the defense out just a little bit more, might be a little bit easier pickings, but nothing doing as they only get a yard or 2 on that play.
Everybody's bunched up right there in the middle. There isn't a whole lot of room, as Jerry says. So when you run the football, it is power on power. Sets up second and goal. Second and goal from the 3. McGriggs, the quick pass, finds a man and finds a lot of tacklers for Tampa Bay. On the catch is Tony Missick and 4 defenders over there for the Storm.
It's Tracy Perkins who's been on a lot of plays tonight. Dan Tarabella over there as well. You have to really credit the Tampa Bay Storm defense. They crowd around that football, and you have to do that with a lot of these great big guys because it takes more than one person to bring them down. They get over there in a crowd, and they do it in a hurry.
This sets up third and goal from the 1. Of course, Tampa Bay has shown it can stop Columbus down here. Columbus has had a couple of opportunities and has used the run to score. Well, let's see what happens. Third and goal. Bad exchange. Fumble football in the end zone, and let's see who has it. Tampa Bay has the football. Jeff Mays holding it up, and it will go to Tampa Bay. So the Storm dodges a bullet. Defense comes up big time, and Columbus is thwarted once again.
And Dave Winham has just got to be livid right down there. Again, more mistakes by the Thunderbolts. This time a fumble down there on the goal line cost his football team a touchdown.
And these are basic problems. Watch what happens on the snap. He had trouble on the snap, tried to pitch the ball forward there to Crenshaw. That was McGriggs, and the ball goes into the end zone, and Jeff Mays picks it up for Tampa Bay. So Tampa Bay will have the ball at the 5-yard line. Once again, basics are hurting Columbus at this point. Columbus trailing by a score of 21-12.
Jeff Mays really got in there and got a hand on that football, and Dwayne Crenshaw almost picked it up and took it in, but it was too high up in the air. And so the Storm will take it on the 5-yard line. They lead 21-12 with 4:50 to go in the third quarter. And the Storm doing a pretty good job tonight offensively and defensively. Fran Kersey standing down here out talking to John Font, who has kind of a smile on his face saying, yeah, that's my defense.
Well, his defense has played very well tonight, but now Tampa Bay needs a big performance from the offense because Columbus is slowly sneaking back into this ball game. And you know, with this game, literally, and I don't mean this to be a cliche, anything can happen because you can score from any place on the field.
Well, we just saw that happen a while ago was Bradshaw just took the ball and ran almost all the way down for the touchdown.
Brad Kersey taking a cool drink of water here. Meanwhile, his quarterback on the field is Jay Gruden. Jay Gruden, of course, has a couple of touchdown passes tonight. One for 41 yards, the other for 8 yards, both to Darren Willis. First down and 10 at the 5-yard line. Gruden, great protection. Finds a man wide open. That's Brad Caleb at the 17.
Great protection by the Tampa Bay Storm offensive line. They give Jay Gruden plenty of time to throw the football, and as he does, Brad Caleb makes a wonderful catch down here, a little bit open, slipped on the turf, fell down, and the Storm will have the ball on the 17-yard line.
That's good for a first down, and great protection that time Gruden had all day, as he does right now. Once again, going back the other way to Anthony Howard. Howard turns around. He's very close to the 15-yard line for yet another first down for Tampa Bay, and Gruden is on a hot streak.
Gruden has been very hot all night long. He laid that pass right in there, and when Anthony Howard caught it, we'll take a look. You can see him headed for the outside, makes a little move to the inside, cuts back, and picks up about 5 more yards before he finally gets picked up.
The pitch, this time to Bradford. Has some blocking. He's at the 10, knocked out very close to the 5, right around the 7-yard line. So Tampa Bay has shown at times when it wants to put together a drive, it can just steamroll right down the field.
A fine offensive performance here by this football team.
Something like that, it bounces off differently.
Might help to be a good racquetball player in this business.
You've got to be an athlete.
Be able to read a bounce.
You've got to be an athlete all the way around, not just a football player. Columbus takes over now at the 5-yard line, 1st and 10. McGriggs out of his own end zone. Finds a man, they're saying incomplete. Out of bounds. And Martin Bowman can't believe it. They say he was out of bounds.
Yeah, he didn't like that too much. He caught the football, but had a knee just out of bounds, and so that'll move the ball back to the 5-yard line.
All night long, Columbus has had to battle 2nd and long, 3rd and long. So when you look at a successful football team, they're the teams that can get away from those type of situations and really convert 3rd downs and move the ball down the field. Bowman out of his own end zone, tries the same play. This time Bowman's inbounds.
Still short of the 1st down, but it's just past the 10-yard line. About 5 more yards to go before they can pick up a 1st, and it'll be 3rd down, I believe, coming up in 5.
3rd down, 5 yards to go at the 10-yard line for Columbus. Here's a look at some of last night's scores. Look at Orlando. Remember, Orlando dominated Tampa Bay 1 week ago. Look what happens against Detroit. Albany loses to Denver, and right now New Orleans, the team that Tampa Bay will play next week, is leading. McGriggs going for his man. Fumbled the football. No, they're saying incomplete. But what a hit over there by the defensive specialist, Kevin Guidry. That's why he's a defensive specialist. Did you see that hit?
Oh, it was an unbelievable hit. He came right up. Here, we're going to get to check it out one more time. The nice pass lays right in there, but, oh, he comes down, and I think the guy just saw him coming and let go of the football. Said, you want it that bad here, I'm just not going to catch it.
That time receivers get alligator arms. You know, those short arms right over the middle of the field. Now they're going to try yet another long field goal. Franz has yet to hit one this year. This is high. This is off the scoreboard. Loose ball, and Tampa Bay will get the ball at the 21-yard line.
Well, we've been waiting for that to happen all night long. It's the first time that it's happened. And instead of the ball being in play off the scoreboard like it is off the nets, they're going to spot the ball where it hit the ground right underneath the scoreboard.
They will officially mark it at the 22. Now watch what happens here. Franz nails it, but unfortunately he nails the scoreboard.
Hit it right in the middle, though.
We have 8 seconds left to go here in the 3rd period. Chances are Tampa Bay will not get a playoff. But the Storm has a 15-point lead heading into the final period of action here in Columbus. We'll have more on Sports Channel in just a moment. That sets up 2nd and long. Let's take a look at this play. This is a beautiful play.
Motion man.
Excuse me.
The offense was offside. The penalty is declined. Second and 10.
Now watch this jump. He looked like Michael Jordan on that play.
You just call him Air Zeno.
Air Zeno, 2nd and long once again for Columbus. They've had that all night long. Griggs called that pressure. He was under pressure simply through a bad pass.
I think it was Andre Bowden who got in there and actually got a hand on McGriggs' arm as he was going into that forward motion, caused him to throw the football into the carpet.
Tampa Bay has been able to convert 3rd down plays throughout the evening. That has not been the case for Columbus, and Columbus is really paying for it. Has another one right here. 3rd down and very long. 3rd and 10 at its own 5-yard line. 33-12, Tampa Bay in the lead with 11:35 left to go in regulation. McGriggs under pressure again, over the middle, overthrows his man. Brad Caleb on the coverage, looking to hit Robert Banks.
Reed Bennett and Tom Gizzi were right down there to make a McGriggs sandwich again. Although he did get the football away, it was overthrown.
Now if you're the kicker, Mark Franz, you have yet another, make that Matt Franz, you have yet another long field goal try. He is yet to hit this season. And one of the reasons is that he's had a lot of these. This is a 52-yard field goal attempt. Now remember, you've got a scoreboard staring you right in the face. You've got to kick it through that. The kick is going to be short. Caleb takes it at the 2, and he has a lot of running room. Great blocking by Tampa Bay. Caleb at the 20 with the flag down. Too bad. This will come back, and we've got a fight down on the field. Got a fight at the 10-yard line, and these guys are going nuts. And it's the kicker that's in the middle of everything.
Well, you never want, the first rule of fighting on a football field is you never take your helmet off.
Fran Kersey getting everybody back to the bench, and everybody's getting involved. Meanwhile, we've got fans throwing ice on the field. Dave Wyndham trying to settle down. That is the backup quarterback, Ken Lutz. So you've got the backup quarterback, Ken Lutz, and the kicker, Matt France, taking on the Tampa Bay Storm.
I think it all started down here with the Storm. It may be a clipping penalty against the Storm. I know that the penalty is against Tampa Bay. And then way down at the other end of the field, while I was watching this going on, the fight happened. And it was quite a brawl, too. The first thing I saw, Al, was one of the Thunderbolt helmets just go up and into the end zone.
Well, that was the kicker, Matt France, who took off his helmet and decided to get in on the fight. Now, again, you've got the kicker and the backup quarterback, a couple of guys that are supposed to be lightweights, but they feel like they're heavyweights in this situation.
Somebody needs to tell Matt that...
Number 73 on the return team. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, 1st and 10. We also have a personal foul, number 84 White, and an ejection, number 9 Columbus, and an ejection. Penalties offset.
First down and 10 for Tampa Bay in midfield. The pitch. Bo Wright coming back the other way. Caleb with a big block, and Wright takes it out of bounds at the 18-yard line. But in the middle of all that, you've got the little guy, Brad Caleb, with the key block to spring Bo Wright.
Bo Wright is tremendously quick coming around that right side. Turned the corner and picked up speed and just got himself all the way down to the 22-yard, to the actually the 18-yard line.
Bo Wright is a young man that played at Alabama and was recruited by a coach by the name of Ray Perkins. It sets up 2nd down and 4. Ferguson from his own 22. The pump fake going for it all. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
It's Anthony Howard who just reaches up and pulls down the nicely tossed pass by Chip Ferguson. But there's a flag down on the play.
And they're calling it against Tampa Bay. An illegal block on the Storm, and that hurts.
That happened right as the ball was snapped. It may have been against number 55. I think that's who it was against, is Carl Watts. I think he kind of chop blocked this guy.
Offense, the 8-yard penalty, replay 2nd down.
That is still a beautiful pass there by Chip Ferguson. Nice catch by Howard. He was wide open.
Yeah, I think the penalty had already happened by the time that he threw the ball down there.
So the Storm now has 2nd and very long from its own 23. Going deep again. Howard gets it this time. No penalty flag down. So Tampa Bay has yet another answer for Columbus.
Anthony Howard got loose, streaked down the middle of the field, beat his man by a couple of steps, and get a load of this celebration going on down there in the end zone. Chip Ferguson reliving some of his old college days at Florida State University. Let's check it out. The beautifully thrown pass all the way down, and Howard is just wide open, reaches up, makes the nice...
And Matt France will kick off. Remember, he was involved in the fight. And he kicks it right into the speakers. That goes out of bounds at the 21-yard line of Columbus. Now they'll mark it at the 24. But they're giving Columbus a break there because that happened right in front of us, and you can see the ball went out about 4 yards back.
Kind of looked like he was trying to curve that football around the speakers, and he almost made it, but some dust flying up in the air as the football bounces off the speakers, and the Thunderbolts will go from their 24.
Chip Ferguson getting more action here at quarterback. The Storm has really shuffled its quarterbacks in and out. Jake Gruden has played a marvelous game, and Ferguson is getting more action. First down from the 24. The pitch to Bo Wright. He takes it to the 20-yard line. Good gain on first down. 6:35 left to go now in the ball game. 41-12, Tampa Bay very much in control and appears to be on its way to its opening win ever in arena football.
Bo Wright and Marvin Bowman kind of jawing at each other over there after that play.
A lot of hard hitting. Remember, we've had some bad feelings throughout the evening. All capped off by that fight a couple of minutes ago. Ferguson, great protection. Over the middle, finds his man, Howard, touchdown, Tampa Bay!
And what a celebration by the Storm. Oh, the whole bunch of them's going to get in on the dancing hack down here in the end zone. A nice pass, a little bit wobbly by Chip Ferguson, but it was a beautiful catch by Anthony Howard. He pulled it right in, and it gives the Storm an enormous lead with 5:45 to go. Bob Grease, a very happy owner, standing down there on the sidelines. We'll look at it again. Here's the pass from Ferguson, and he's beat his man by about a step.
The point after is no good, but the touchdown pass to Howard, and the Tampa Bay Storm has to be happy. Very good night there for the boss and the Tampa Bay Storm. The Storm leads at 47-12. We'll have more in a moment. Tampa Bay Storm at 287-22-36. So the Storm goes for more. Bull right, leaps over, touchdown. Tampa Bay, and the Storm is a Bruin in Columbus.
Just for a second there, Bo Wright had visions of being Bo Jackson, and he's doing oh, I like that kind of celebration.
Eat your heart out, Radio City Rockettes.
The Tampa Bay Storm has gone over the 50-point mark, 53-12, and Paul Hickett's going to try to make it 54.
Hickard, good snap. The kick is up. Again, no good. He's not missing by much. Look at that score. Again, the Storm scored 38 points in the season opener in the loss at the Dome against Orlando and has come back with more offense here tonight. This time the defense has played a marvelous ball game.
Really have to give a good hand to Bo Wright, who just took off his shoulder pads and said, boys, I'm just going to sit on the bench and watch the rest of the clock run out.
And there's a guy that's also had a big game tonight. Anthony Howard with a couple of big touchdowns here in the second half. By the way, for all you golf lovers, be sure and join us this Monday, June 10th at 11 o'clock for the University of Miami Tailor-Made Doral Tournament. Join host Frank Messer, a good buddy of mine, as this show features golfers from past to present, pro and collegiate, only on Sports Channel, home of the Miami Hurricanes. Frank, of course, is a former broadcaster for the New York Yankees, and we've done a lot of University of South Florida basketball games together. He's a class act. Also loves to play golf, and he should have a lot of fun there. And the Tampa Bay Storm having its share of fun tonight. First road game, first victory of the season, as we have a minute left to go in the ball game and a big 53-12 advantage. Lynn Bradford playing an excellent ball game tonight on both ends of the football. He got him into the ball game early on, and he's a veteran of arena football, played with the Detroit Drive and won a couple of titles there.
Finally beginning to see a smile kind of appear on Fran Kersey's face down there, as I believe he's sure that this game is his.
No, a coach never thinks that until he hears the final buzzer. Even arena football. McGriggs in trouble again. He goes down, and it's that man, Dan Tarabrella, that pulls him down once again. That's his second sack of the night.
Tarabrella has just been a terror down there, as have all the defensive linemen for the Tampa Bay Storm tonight.
You know, we talked about Anthony Howard earlier in the ball game. He's our Little Caesars MVP. Now named the most outstanding ball player of the game. Anthony Howard from Akron College. Ironically, here in Ohio, Akron University, he's our Little Caesars MVP. Has a touchdown catch. Played very well tonight. Once again, Columbus trying to run now with 13 seconds left to go in the game. Nothing there. The Tampa Bay defense making life miserable for the Thunderbolts. There's your Iron Man player of the game, Lynn Bradford. He played both ways and played big time both times. So that's the end of the ball game, and the Tampa Bay Storm has rolled one up, its first victory in arena football, and look at this, it levels Columbus on the road by a score of 53-12.